Hello and welcome to the second part of week 27 record keeping. This is from Unit 6 Assessment for Learning, and you need to be able to show that you have kept records on the children that you've been working with. Let's read the questions. Here they are. You've got 5 different questions. They're all blue, so they're all demonstrate questions. 6.5.1. Collate the information needed to update learner records from valid and reliable sources. Show how to raise any concerns about the information with the relevant people. Review learner records to ensure they are accurate, complete and up to date. Show how to maintain confidentiality according to the organisational and legal requirements. Use organisational procedures to ensure secure storage of learner records. So there's your 5 questions. I'm going to suggest that you put them all together at the top of a workplace diary entry, and then you write about each question to show what you know. So where can you find this evidence? I've put some suggestions for you here. You could cover this in your child's study. For example, on the back of your IEP, if it's a real IEP from school and you contributed to it, then on the back of the IEP, you could write the answers to these 5 questions. Or perhaps you've got some photocopies of reading records that you've completed. Could be for writing or numeracy. This evidence will only be good enough if you've written what went well with the child and even better if type comments. If you've got a page from their reading record book and you've just put good reading, good reading, good reading, that's not really what we want for this. You need to have written comments to show the progress that the child's making. Number 3, another suggestion, if you've worked in the early years foundation stage, you could print out or take a screen copy of some pages from the child's EYFS profile. Perhaps your school uses a computer recording system like Tapestry. Or anywhere else that you've updated learner records in school. Point number 3 here, important points to remember. You need to print out a copy of the record and write a sentence or 2 for each of these criteria. If you can't get hold of a copy, what I've done here is I've just taken a copy from the internet. It's a blank page. You could print out a page like this and then write next to it and explain how you would do this for real in school. If you can't get hold of one that's filled in, you could just use a blank one, but you'd have to write all over it to show what you would do. If you've got a real one, be aware of confidentiality. Make sure children's names are not showing. That is one of the questions here. Show how to maintain confidentiality. So if you scrub out their name, you're partly answering 6.5.4. And don't forget, especially if you're doing one like this, you still need to get somebody in school to sign it off for you. To give you an idea, here's a sample one from a student from last year. So if you click on this, here we go. This is what one of my students last year submitted. So she's got a page that she's printed out, and then this is her workplace diary entry. She typed hers up. You could handwrite yours to show what she did. Let's have a look. So look here, she's crossed out the child's name to protect their confidentiality, and this is all her records on a particular child. And then she's put the 5 criteria that she's trying to cover, and she's written about how it works in her school, how she's maintained confidentiality. She's mentioned for 5.2 if she had any concerns about the information, maybe a mistake had been made, maybe she was worried about a child with special needs. Who would she report it to? Would she tell her class teacher? Would she go to the SENDCO? Who should you raise concerns with when you're keeping information? Maybe you're worried that the records are not accurate. Who would you tell? So she's written a page that covers each of these criteria. And then, as you can see here, I've said to her, get it signed when you're in class. You could email it to your teacher, show them what you've done, and ask them to sign it. Just going back to Moodle, have we covered everything? Yeah, so 1 page of writing would be plenty. There's no worksheet this week. You need to show me a record that you have filled in, or a blank one like this, and you can put arrows on it to show what you would write in different boxes, and then a page in a workplace diary, typed or handwritten, to answer all of the questions. Go ahead, send me some evidence. We'll make sure it's okay, and then you can get your teacher in school to sign it.